Hi, fans of high-quality entertainment. So if you're a Beatles fan, you probably have heard the phrase, the fifth Beatle, many times, as I have. And and by the way, this isn't a joke video in case you think I'm setting something up. I'm being serious. And I would say through the years, I would consider their producer, George Martin, the fifth Beatle because he was such a great producer. Then there's Pete Best, Stuart Sutcliffe, of course, Billy Preston, who, played with the Beatles, of course. But I'm going to show you who I consider to be the fifth Beatle. And I've been looking online, and there's a little bit of talk about this, but he's usually not included. That's right, Jeff Lynne of Electric Light Orchestra. I'm doing this series with Phil Aston on his now Spinning Magazine YouTube channel, where we're going to be reviewing all of the Electric Light Orchestra albums. So I've been, delving into their whole discography because I know some albums better than others. And by the way, I'll just say I played the album Time for the third time. The first time I was really impressed with it. The second time I don't think I liked it as much. And then last night, amazing album. But it was last night when I was thinking about Jeff Lynne and also how on some songs in the ELO catalog, he sounds, he's got that John Lennon voice, maybe not sounding exactly like him, of course, but he's got his, I don't know, his soul or something. And then, he of course produced the Beatles' Free as a Bird and Real Love. And he's been in the Traveling Wilburys with George Harrison. He's produced George Harrison. I think he's done some stuff with Ringo Starr. And he produced Flaming Pie with Paul McCartney. And, besides doing all of that, his songs throughout his whole, throughout the span of ELO up to today, he is such a great producer. I know that, not everybody loves the way he produces, but he's still, a great producer. And he's just written so many friggin' catchy songs. And some of them are, very Beatlesque. And so I would say if anyone is going to be called a fifth, and of course John Lennon it's pretty well known that he liked Electric Light Orchestra. So all four Beatles obviously love Jeff Lynne. And he's so talented, such a great songwriter, very underrated guitarist. And I'm not taking anything away from the whole band because I've talked about that before. Yeah, and working with Tom Petty. He even worked with Brian Wilson a little bit, although at that time Brian was going through some issues, mental issues. And then he was in the bands Idle Race, who I still need to check out, and The Move, before Electric Light Orchestra. And The Move is great too, and Roy Wood. But that's it. I'm rambling now. But what do you think about saying that Jeff Lynne, would you consider him the fifth Beatle? Because at this point in time, I do. Even though George Martin was very important in the Beatles' career. But George Martin didn't write a lot of really catchy pop songs like Jeff Lynne did. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Looking forward to your comments below.